It's 5:48, so let's bring back in meteorologist Alan Rose with the check of our forecast. Good morning, Alan.
Thanks, Tony. Good morning to you and to our viewers just tuning in from home. You know, it's going to be a windy, sort of dry Monday here in southern Colorado. That snow we saw back on Friday, and that will soon be a distant memory as highs climb into the 70s in many areas, and we get those gusts out of the west that could approach 30 to 35 miles per hour. That's that dry downslope Chinook wind that we like to call. Other factors include very low humidity driven by the wind that could be down into the single digits for several consecutive hours. Check out this gorgeous sight of Pulpit Rock looking east from our Rock Room and studios. Current temperature is 42, but we've been as high as 51 this morning at the Springs Airport, and we're still seeing some warmer 50s on the eastern slopes of the ramparts. Also pretty warm on the eastern slopes of Pikes Peak. Manitou, you're at 45. A little bit cooler down south in Fountain. You're waking up to temperatures in the upper 30s. Right now, look at the range of temperatures region-wide. Few spots starting out in the teens and lower 20s. 51 in Pueblo, 48 at last check in Walsenburg. So the wind is going to be the bigger story today. Not going to be super windy. There's no high wind warnings that have been issued because of today's wind, but it will be breezy to gusty, and because of that moderate downslope wind, that does bring in that elevated to critical risk of high fire danger. Most of I-25 today will see gusts 25 to 35. If you live west of the interstate or outside of one of those wind-prone canyons or gap flow regions in Huerfano County, you could see some occasional gusts up around 40 miles per hour. So we talked about this heading into the break. This is the remnant low that pinched off of last week's storm. This is going to travel off to the east-northeast over the next 48 hours, and that's going to lead to some weather changes here across the region as we make our way towards Tuesday. Today, our weather influenced by this ridge of high pressure and that westerly downslope wind. As we make our way into Tuesday, we get an approaching cold front, and we get that low that's going to be traveling from west to east several hundred miles to our south. On the north side of that low, we'll spin up some moisture that'll interact with the instability of the front, and I think that brings in a chance of showers and storms to the eastern counties and a chance for some light rain or snow showers generally south of Highway 50. In the Springs tomorrow, rain chances only hovering around 10%. Highs today into the upper 70s in Pueblo. We'll be at 81 in La Junta and Lamar. 71 in the Springs. That would tie for our warmest March days so far, and I think we get above it as we look towards the end of the forecast. Before we get there, that cold front Tuesday night briefly cools us down to below average for just one day. Then we're back to at least 3 days in the 70s, dry skies on tap all the way through the weekend. In Pueblo, upper 70s here today and tomorrow. Then we're down to the mid-50s. That's below average by about 5 degrees. Warming to well above average late this week, peaking at 81 on Saturday with more wind as we look towards the end of the forecast period. Canyon City, mid-70s today and tomorrow. Down to the middle 50s on Wednesday with 70s from Thursday through Sunday. And for Woodland Park, we have that cold front tomorrow night. That'll drop us down to the upper 40s, climbing back to the 50s on Thursday with low to mid-60s on Friday and Saturday. Time now is 5:51.